My ideas come from personal experiences, pillars that have always been there. I'm automatically inspired by things that are close to my heart. I guess it has a lot to do with my father's work, who was a tailor. So I'm always attracted to very qualitative or handmade things. I have this Turkish history with me, Oriental, so opulence, sophistication, and then I'm French, and of course this is the more minimal side of me, and all of that together kind of becomes a flow of ideas that I will use in the collection. My creative process is not really defined. What I do is kind of try the pieces on me first, try to see the silhouette, what I want to do with it. I'll try something that I love, like a coat or a dress that I've collected years ago and is still around. I want to do something with it. Once I've tried the piece on me, I'll drape overhead with it, pin it, try to find a new fit, and then I'll sketch and then cut the fabric and sew the piece together. And the moment where it all comes alive really is during the fitting. At the fittings, really, the identity of a piece shows itself to me rather than the other way around when you're designing. What I find really interesting is I'll maybe put the piece on a woman first and see how it goes, and then it'll give me ideas of how to change certain things and make it more of a men's piece. But I don't like giving that gender to pieces because at the end of the day, it's the wearer that gives the gender, not the other way around. Otherwise, clothes are just pieces of fabric put together. What's really important, I think, during fittings is finding that strength that you felt when you were designing and the easiness that it should have so that the identity of the wearer is not taken over by the design. Because there's a story to what we're doing for after. Once the client has bought your piece and is living in it, I don't want to be too present in there. I like the idea that the clothes have their own life after. I think thanks to my dad, it's always been very clear to me that teamwork and the people that you work with, the artisans, are really important. He was an artisan. He used to be a tailor when I was a kid. And working with people from the ateliers or the factories that I've been working with for 7 years, 10 years almost, I've learned so much. And that common vocabulary that we have helps us push the limits of what we do. For the metal pieces that I've done with Jean-Louis at Le Chemin de Maquette, for example, we've been pushing the limits of what we could do with metal, the problematics of the weight, the techniques, and we've achieved results that we hadn't seen anywhere before. When it comes to knitwear, which is a totally different type of work, different métier, it's amazing what you can do with all this very technological machinery and end up with a silver, liquid, beautiful dress. But to start with, it was all numbers entered digitally in a computer. This dress I call the Kepenek Kayetid blazer dress. It's the piece that represents, I think, everything that I love doing. It has draping, it's tailored, it has that kepenek shoulder, which comes from a Farsi Turkish coat. It has movement and it's regal at the same time. And it's very diverse. I mean, you can wear it as a dress, you can wear it as a very dramatic jacket. It's also this idea of karyatite, strong, liquid, all of that. It's very Burc.